Greetings everyone, so Digidestined back at it again with another reaction. We're back to Karn EX with the best of custom armor Digimon Digivolutions. We just got done with the Tamer's armors, so let's see what the next section is going to be about.
Go right with this one, but I still think the art in it is absolutely phenomenal. And that's because we gave in this video custom art armor evolutions to Digimon partners from the Adventure movie continuities. New Digidestined in the Adventure movies, Terriermon and Lockmon and Willis, Morphomon and Menua, etc. There are other Digimon that are kind of exclusive or primarily appearing in those movies, like Caramon's line, but I'm thinking more specifically of those new Digidestined got to armor Digivolve like in 02, and indeed Hurricane Touchdown with Willis, and indeed even how we've explored for the Adventure cast before. But in order for us to go back to the beginning,
nice callback.
we're going to start with the most recent movie, Digimon Adventure 02 The Beginning, and Ukomon, the partner of
Destroy.
Louis, both of which, wow, have just become so useful in the card game, huh? So that's given them some legitimacy, I guess. I'm going to avoid spoilers on 02 The Beginning itself. The only things you're going to see discussed here are things you saw already in the posters and trailers, so I'm not going to like spoil anything that happened because I still haven't watched it. But it's clear that Louis and Ukomon from the trailers, from the posters, have a dark, tragic past of some kind. And given I've used the Digi-Egg of Darkness to armor Digivolve the 02 cast before, I figured it was appropriate their newest member, I guess, would also be able to access that dark Digi-Egg in the Karn EX canon. While the Digi-Egg of Darkness in the WonderSwan games was not used to armor Digivolve, I think it really should have been. And so, Ukomon Dark Armor Digivolves to Lofimon, drawn by Rubix. I thought the aquatic theme of Ukomon was well set up to connect to the Digi-Egg of Darkness, and indeed I even suspected Ukomon might relate to the Dark Ocean in Dagomon in my theories before 02 The Beginning came out. Merging the egg and the Digimon though was a pretty tough task, and I think Rubix did fantastically. The sort of globe of the Digi-Egg forming the light of the anglerfish style design, and indeed Lofimon's name comes from Lofiforms, the order anglerfish belong to. One of my core requests for Armor Digimon is that somehow, even if stretched and elongated, you can see the original Digimon underneath, and Ukomon is certainly still in there, just now turned into a destructive, slashing, and biting beast from the deep. And this connection to the ocean is of course informed by the fact that Ukomon itself is likely based on sea angels. Lofimon has been consumed by darkness, turning that power into a razor-sharp armor that helps it sail through the digital world oceans, where it indiscriminately lures in prey to consume them with its freakish maw. Beware, this siren is a portend of evil, and it can hypnotize you with its light of the end before ripping you to shreds. Moving backwards,
all I can say is, ouch.
Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna featured Morphomon, the partner to Menua, who has a tragic story. This is a recurring theme. And I brought all of it on board
this is a recurring theme.
And we agreed love would be an interesting armor to explore for Morphomon and Menua, specifically how love can turn cruel and twisted, similar to Sethmon's reference book stating its love became too powerful and turned to hatred. All of the terrible things Menua does in Last Evolution Kizuna are because of that love she had for Morphomon that was tragically taken from her. So Morphomon love armor digivolves to Lonomon, getting its name from Lonomia, which are a species of moth famed for their venomous caterpillar stage. I also like how Lono kind of sounds like loner or lonely, which Menua herself would be after what happened to Morphomon, and indeed Lonomon would likely be
I still need to watch that.
The result of another of Menua's toxic love experiments. An armor Digimon using Morphomon, Eosmon data, and a stolen Digi-Egg of Love to make the most toxic love moth you've ever seen. All Trade also tried to take inspiration from Morphomon evolutions we've created before, like Butterfly Dramon, and I think it's come together well. You can see the headpiece and wings evoke the Digi-Egg as seen in Halcyon, but the Morphomon body is reconfigured to something new but still familiar. Watch out for Lonomon's toxic dust that it spreads from its wings. For Digimon Adventure Try, I kind of split up the thought process as to how these kids could have armor Digivolution. And the three I'm going to focus on are Tapirmon, Bearmon, and Meikumon. We know Tapirmon and Bearmon belong to Maki and Daigo, the original Digidestined, whose Digimon became the Digimon Sovereign. I'm not going to do the other kids because technically we never saw them with rookie Digimon. You didn't really get a good idea into their personality or anything like that, so focusing on Daigo and Maki, on Bearmon and Tapirmon makes sense to me. We also know the Digimon Sovereign are intrinsically linked to the armor Digi-Eggs in Digimon Adventure 02 and Adventure Canon, so perhaps in this AU, or just we didn't see it, during their time as children in the digital world, their Digimon could armor Digivolve, or at least do something like a proto-armor Digivolution. We'll begin with Tapirmon, whose partner Maki, to me, shares a lot of similarity with Ken, both having tragic partner situations, a traumatic childhood in the digital world, and a relation to the Dark Ocean. As such, I thought it made sense that her Tapirmon would use the Digi-Egg of Kindness to armor Digivolve, becoming Ponymon, drawn by HLR. I did struggle whether to go with our refined ideas of kindness from our fixings video here, or to go with the existing theme. Cartoonish, kid gloves, cute with reds and pinks, and I think HLR compromised it in a beautiful way, creating something a little girl would dream up, and let's not forget, the bond to their partner and the child's hopes and dreams are hugely important to Digimon. Maki's Tapirmon transformed into a not-so-little pony for Maki to ride, pet, and take care of. A true envoy of kindness. But the Rosebud theme of the Digi-Egg isn't lost here, as its horse armor is evocative of rose petals. I just think it makes so much sense for a young Maki and is something very different and very Digimon. A kind protector, Ponymon canters to wherever is most needed. The heady aroma it emits calms and brings peace to any who inhale it, but it can kill with kindness where needed, with its hoof heart stamp. As for Daigo's Bearmon, well, again, I like the idea of him being an original Digidestined connected to Sovereigns and armor Digi-Eggs. Daigo really, in my opinion, would be the Ty or Davis of his group of Digidestined, so it makes all the sense in the world he would be able to access courage Courage Armor Digivolution, and as such, his Bearmon Courage Armor Digivolves to Helarctomon, drawn by Soru. I chose the name Helarctomon coming from Helarctos, the genus name for the sun bear. And I mean, what is a Courage Crest Bearmon armor if not a sun bear after a fashion? And that connection between bears, the sun, and indeed the moon is present in the design here, with this kind of crescent on its head. The vibes here are very much Flamedramon, but are also very reminiscent of a popular Bearmon slash Grismon mega, Marsmon, which I love. Soru absolutely nailed the armor here. You can see the Bearmon under.
I could see this being like the champion form to Marsmon, actually, or even the ultimate, maybe. I could see both.
I love how the Courage Armor manifests in such a familiar way while still having tons of unique touches. It's like the perfect third to stand alongside Flamedramon and Shadramon as peak examples of Courage Armor. A strong leader Digimon, Helarctomon has the strength of a bear and the courage of a dragon. Its signature move is the Ursa Rocket. That brings us to our final tri-armor, of course, Meicoomon. The tragic Meicoomon clearly act as a mirror to Gatomon, a champion level cat that becomes more humanoid, the two even merging together during Tri. So it was very tempting to give her the Darkness Digi-Egg like we did with Ukamon. However, I wanted Mei and Meicoomon to have some brief levity, to match and be lent power from their friends, Gatomon and Kari. So either in an AU or if Meicoomon gets to return one day, or just at some point before everything went so terribly wrong in Tri, Meicoomon would access the Digi-Egg of Light to become Akmon. Once again drawn by Rubix, Rubix was inspired by the Ak bars, a traditional Bolga symbol depicting what appears to be a winged snow leopard. This fantasy animal was chosen to help mirror the Sphinx and Egyptian basis of Nefertimon, Gatomon's light armor. I adore how this came out. As required, you can 100% see the Meicoomon underneath, but I'm also fond of how Rubix created this big floofy snow leopard that still retains the important elements of the Digi-Egg and Crest of Light. It's a holy snow leopard. Much like our Bearmon armor, it also creates a great trio alongside.
Yep, I'll say, yeah, the matches pretty dang well there. It even has its own unique, it's like diamonds on its thing versus the amethysts and the sapphires of Nefertimon and Pegasusmon. So I think it works pretty good.
Pegasusmon and Nefertimon. I can just picture it being ridden by Mei as all the 02 kids return and use their vehicle-style armors with her. Damn, R.I.P. Akmon is a noble and ferocious defender of light. Gliding freely, it's also a very proficient land runner. Emissaries of evil, beware its Snow Light Claw. And finally is Digimon the movie / Hurricane Touchdown. Wait, Khan, didn't Terriermon Golden Armor Digivolve in that movie? Yes, but Willis has another partner. I've always been curious what would happen if Willis, our only kid not from the main cast to access Armor Digivolution in the anime media, got to use his Digi-Egg of Destiny on his other partner, a redeemed and reborn Lopmon. Inside media, Lopmon has Golden Armor Digivolve before, but it's always just to Golden Rapidmon, reusing the Armor Digivolution for Terriermon. Well, that's not good enough, damn it! We present Antilamon Armor, drawn by some guy 944. Yeah, I just always wanted to see this. My logic was that if Terriermon became Golden Rapidmon, and we know Terriermon's conventional ultimate level, like in Tamers, is a non-Golden Rapidmon, that a Golden Antilamon should also exist. And that's exactly what this is. Clad in Golden Destiny armor with an Antilamon / Lopmon underbody, I think some guy 944 absolutely delivered. I love how he took Antilamon being able to turn its hands into axes, and Antilamon armor instead would have full-on gauntlets with axes on them, allowing it to attack with the axe but still use its fingers with dexterous or slashing capabilities, making it potentially stronger and more powerful than its non-armored version. A long-lost golden warrior, Antilamon armor is a shining example of the power of redemption. Its signature moves are the Golden Mantra, where its golden armor toughens and creates a barrier all around it, and Shining Blades, where it employs every spike and blade on its body for a devastating finish. And that is it! All of our new movie armor Digivolutions. Lofimon, Lonomon, Ponymon, Helarctomon, Akmon, and Antilamon armor. Please do go follow all the artists who did such wonderful work on this video. Alright, we've had some brand.
I won't lie. Kind of feels like we had a whole new subcast for a potential Digimon Adventure 05 or something. Or whatever you want to do the new season. But yeah, it would be fun to return to Armored Evolutions and a whole new cast dealing with maybe maybe something like Digimon V Tamer. Like an actual human that went willingly to the dark side in order to become stronger with his own personal Digimon partner, and maybe involve like the Digimon Tamer 01 Risk Gauntlet that helps with like delivering medicine, delivering power-ups, delivering orders, that kind of thing. Would be fun to see. Or even just make V Tamer 01 become an anime. Please, give me an anime of All Force Veedramon. Like, that would be awesome. Tai and Veemon of all things, turning into Veedramon, Arrow Veedramon, then All Force Veedramon. That'd be awesome. That'd be like brain burst type thing. I'd love to see it. I want to see it. I hope you guys do too. But let's shelve that for now. In the meantime, you guys take care. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next version, the next part of Carney X's Digimon Armor Custom Evolutions here. And let's see what happens as we continue on with the next section in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know if you guys have any other Digimon requests for videos. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!